Forecast.
Good Thursday evening. You're looking at a live view from the Boar's Head Resort, and that is their Winter Wonder, which is underway, and select dates through the rest of this month as well as the end of January. So you might want to check it out. Speaking of Winter Wonder, let's go to Winter Wonderland. 3 years ago on this date, December the 9th, 2018, we had snow that was still coming down, and before it was all done, we ended up with about 13 inches of snow here in downtown Charlottesville. That was the view outside our studio here from East Market Street, and the storm itself slowly kept edging northbound, and so some of the big totals were across Southside Virginia, and then it kept on creeping up into Central Virginia, and you get farther into our viewing area to the north, there was a big cutoff, and you got up toward the Interstate 66 corridor near Northern Virginia, and there was virtually nothing. So it was one of those interesting storms. 39 is the current reading at the Charlottesville Albemarle Airport. Skies are clear. We had a lot of clouds throughout the day, another chilly day, but now those clouds have departed. Winds are light from the south. We'll have more clouds developing tomorrow, but it shouldn't be as cold as what we awoke to this morning. Right now you see generally mid to some upper 30s across the region. Tonight we'll generally hover in the upper 20s to low 30s, and tomorrow is a milder day here for Friday, but we'll have more clouds building back in. So generally in the middle 50s, and that's just the beginning of a warm up that'll really peak out on Saturday. Now tomorrow afternoon there may be a stray shower. The bulk of our rain is really highlighted for Saturday evening, but we'll have a fair amount of clouds around on Saturday. It'll be a warm day, upper 60s, low 70s. It will be breezy. We could easily have winds of 20, 35 plus miles an hour. There could even be some wind alerts, but a period of say 6 o'clock in the evening until about 11 o'clock at night, we could have some gusty showers, maybe an embedded thunderstorm, and isolated severe weather can't be ruled out right ahead of the front. And then we'll cool back to seasonable levels on Sunday. Overall rainfall amounts probably between 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain. The storm system would move in pretty quickly. That was the American GFS model. European model is about the same. So we're not a whole lot of rain, but we can take what we can get. Now, I mentioned a slight risk of it, a marginal risk for an isolated severe threat, and that's a marginal risk that's highlighted here across the Commonwealth for Saturday evening. Damaging wind gusts, the main threat. Can't completely rule out an isolated tornado, but that is very low. So the clouds are starting to erode across the region. Essentially, this is warmer air aloft. It just hasn't been realized at the surface just yet. But a developing storm system that's well out here across the Rockies is going to pull out into the plain states. There'll be severe weather across the mid-Mississippi River Valley. There'll be snow on the northern side of this storm. Pretty dynamic. And by the time it reaches us, it will weaken a bit. But out ahead of it, it's going to drive the warmth. And these are current numbers. And you see the warmer numbers here down across the mid-Mississippi River Valley and the like. The jet stream will basically ridge up in advance of this approaching trough or front, and that'll allow those temperatures to climb well into the 60s and low 70s here on Saturday. So tomorrow we'll start to either side of 30, a lot of clouds around. I think that's a little overdone with the rain coverage, but 50s tomorrow. And then Saturday, a lot of clouds around, but the bulk of the activity will be Saturday evening. In advance of that, we warm nicely into the upper 60s to low 70s. Partly cloudy tonight, not as cold. Temperatures upper 20s to low 30s. There's a look at the Michael and Son 7-day forecast. Temperatures are on the way up. They'll peak out on Saturday, seasonable on Sunday, and much of next week. Above average temperatures here for December.
All right, Eric, thank you.
Thank you so much.